So that was a very positive pregame show. Now today, this is more like you got to have this win. Otherwise, things could easily start coming off the rails a little bit. Yeah, you'd only be 3-3 if you were to lose today, but that's 2 home conference losses. And like you said, you've got Portland State and Sac State coming up this week. Sac State is a tough matchup for the Bobcats with the way they rebound and their size. So, as you get onto the road and really a more road-heavy schedule as the season progresses, if the Cats are going to be in the upper middle portion of the Big Sky, you have to win this game against Idaho State.
Yeah, I think so. And I think one of the things that's been challenging around Bobcat basketball for a long time, 20-plus years, has been the game after Cat Grizz, especially Cat Grizz at home, 7,000 people. It's going to be crazy. It was crazy. Great game. Didn't go your way. But even think back to last year's team. You talk about a team that had a championship pedigree, went to the NCAA tournament the year before, won the regular season title. They win Cat Grizz at home and then go play lowly Idaho in Moscow 2 days later. Now, granted, that was on the road, but still, they go on the road. They lose an unfathomable game to a very bad team, and that's the difference between being the number 1 seed and winning the regular season title, being the number 2 seed. Now, they rebounded and went to the NCAA tournament, did all the great things they did, but it just shows the lingering effect the Cat Grizz game can have.
No question. Now, this is a Montana State team, I think, that has shown a lot of resiliency through the year. And as we get ready to see this Bobcat team try to bounce back today, they time and again have proven that they can get up and get off the mat after some lows. And Coach Logie has a great saying, which we'll hear from him in a little bit, but he was talking about it doesn't matter how far you fall, it's how high you bounce back up after you fall.
Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. You think about a couple times this year where they hit some lows. The Long Beach State game where they were ahead and things look good, and then that leads into the Rocky Mountain game, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, are the rails coming off? Well, they rebound well. They win 3 of their next 4. They kind of get on a rhythm. Then there's the South Dakota State game where really just kind of no-showed that for the most part, and they come back and they win 2 league games the following week. So this is a team that has shown their ability to bounce back quickly. They need to do it tonight. And the funny thing is the bounce back's not a physical thing. It has everything to do with your mental and emotional prep for today's game. And I was talking with Coach Logie earlier, and he just made the comment to me. He just said, I just told the guys I'm really interested to see how you respond. I know how I'm going to respond. I know how our staff's going to respond. How are you guys going to respond to a disappointing loss?
Yeah, it's been so fascinating to watch the way Coach Logie has handled the mental aspect of this game with this particular team and this particular roster. He's had to do so many different things. He's played such a different role in terms of psychologist and the psychology of this team. He spent so much time amping up these guys' confidence, trying to build them up together and get that cohesiveness. We've seen him challenge this team after the South Dakota State loss. Now even the way you kind of described that, that is a challenge to a team, but in a different way. It's saying, look, I've got my side of the street clear. I need you guys to do this, and it's such a tough thing to do as a coach, and you can speak to this, is when you're trying to challenge your players and get more out of them or get them to bounce back. It's so hard because you can just indiscriminately yell at a team, right? But they have to buy into what you're saying. So when you can challenge a guy, challenge a team, but also get them to buy in, it's such a tough needle to thread.
Well, and you're talking about, 10, 18 to 22-year-olds, and all of them are going to hear a different message. So I'll assure you that Coach Logie said the general thing to the team. But what he said to Eddie Turner or Tyler Patterson or whoever is going to be different than what just one message goes out. And so he's been pulling those levers for the last 48 hours to motivate guys to play their best coming off of that and come out and play well. I will say the one thing I'm really confident in is Rob Ford and his leadership. You saw it even late in the game the other night when things were very, very bleak. Rob Ford is still Rob Ford. That young man just plays so hard. He's a leader by not only his actions but his verbal. He talks to guys, and I'll guarantee you he is going to try and inspire these guys, especially against a Bengal team, which used to be his home.
Yes, he was there for 2 years, had been in JUCO for 2 years, and now wrapping up his second year at Montana State. Robert Ford finished that game against the Grizz with 30 points on 12 of 18 shooting, with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals. And the 5 steals now have him at 54 in the year. That is tied 9th most in a single season in a Bobcat uniform with Tom DeMacco from the 87-88 season. And only 5 guys have done it with 60 steals in a single season. Darius Brown most recently last year, number 5 on the single season list with the 60. So climbing a heck of a list right now.
Yeah, without question. And Rob had a great second half down in Pocatello, which was key to the victory on December 28th. And so I expect he'll play well again tonight.
All right, well, let's dive right into this Idaho State team. The Bengals coming in at 7-12. They are 2-4 in Big Sky play. Bobcats are 8-10. They are 3-2 in conference action. We're going to see why this Bengal team is going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. Who are some of the key aspects of this Idaho State team today, Brian?
Well, I think, the Bobcats have already seen this team, which is super helpful on a short prep situation. I think one of the things that's going to be really interesting to see is who can control tempo effectively. Idaho State, they don't want to play slow, but their strength is their front line. They want to get the ball inside to those big guys, and they want to work through Parker and see what happens. Can Montana State get the tempo up a little bit, keep the ball moving, and not allow Idaho State to slow it down and make it kind of that grind-out half-court game that I think favors them. So I think that's something that's going to be really interesting to watch. And defensively, can the Bobcats get back what they had 10 days ago against Northern Arizona, Northern Colorado, where the defense was really what spurred great offense. Against Montana, the offense was great, but the defense just didn't show, especially in the second half.
Yeah, so in this Idaho State team, they're such an interesting team in a lot of ways. They've brought back so much, and you think about a guy like Braden Parker, his last trip here to Montana, or to Bozeman, and really to the state of Montana, but, a guy who has been here for a long time. He's had 5 years here, started it as a JUCO player, so he's a 6th-year student-athlete. He is, not beaten Montana State. The Bobcats have won 10 straight against Idaho State, which is the second longest winning streak against any Big Sky opponent, active winning streak, 11 straight against Northern Arizona. But, that's a guy you thought, hey, here he comes into his 6th year, and that's the kind of guy that can lead things. And, they got a great sophomore in Malik Arrington. Miguel Tomley is another guard who's scoring well. And Kyrie Huey was a guy who was going to transfer here before Sprinkle left. So they've got some size. They've got some really good guard play, but they're coming off a lopsided loss against Eastern Washington, and they're sitting at 2-4. And, it's kind of the same Idaho State story we've seen for the last couple of years.
Yeah, and one of the things that's scary about them in my mind is I think in college basketball there's a tendency for the more desperate team to win, especially in conference play. And if Idaho State is not desperate, I don't know who would be. You're 2-4 in league. You need a win to kind of get a catalyst to get you going. Obviously, the Bobcats should be desperate as well, but sometimes that desperation has degrees, and the Bengals should be really desperate tonight.
Yeah, this one's going to be fascinating tonight. It's real easy for us to get excited about that Montana game and what could have been if they had won that game. Now we're on the other side of that, and there have been multiple times this year where things could have come off the rails. They haven't, but there will be more opportunities. So this is about as much of reaching your potential as it is keeping everything on the rails, working hard, and moving forward. All right, we're going to take a break, but we'll dive deeper into this matchup between the Bobcats and the Bengals in a bit. And later we're talking with head coach Matt Logie. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Working from home has definitely put home projects into overdrive. New landscaping, gardens, patios, and fences. But if you're digging, you're contacting 811. Utility lines, including Northwestern Energy's, can be buried even just a few inches underground, and hitting one can be dangerous. The best way to keep you, the community, and your contractor crew safe is by having lines properly marked. Make your request online at least 2 full business days before you want to dig at call811.com.
Back of the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho State today. Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby. The Bobcats try to bounce back after the loss in Cat Grizz on Saturday. Quickly, our Wheat Montana weather report today. It's hot. Touched 40 degrees today. All the snow is melting. And, there's still 25-foot high mounds of snow in most parking lots. But it's all damp and it's all muddy now.
I just couldn't believe that yesterday it was literally 75 degrees warmer than 1 week earlier.
Yes, that is literally, not figuratively. So it is hot, and it's touching 40s here over the next couple of weeks. All right, let's dive into the Kendall Ford keys to the game as we get set for the Bobcats and the Bengals, two teams that have been battling it out since 1913. What are some of the keys today, Brian?
Yeah, well, I've got 3. One we've already touched on, and that's just the mental and emotional rebound from Saturday. That we've said that one, but I think defensively they've got to get their mojo back, and for me that really comes down to 5 guys playing as one, not 5 individuals playing defense, which is what it felt like in the second half. And specific to Idaho State, you've got to defend without fouling. This is a team that draws a lot of fouls, and they can get you in foul trouble just because of guys like Parker and their physicality. So get your defensive mojo back, and then the third key, or the second key, is really offensively. I really feel it's critical that the Cats keep the foot on the gas. This game needs to be up-tempo, need to be in attack mode. What happened in Pocatello in that first 5 or 6 minutes is the Cats just went after them, and it was 14-4 before Idaho State even blinked. And when you play from in front against a team that would prefer to play medium pace, it puts a lot of pressure because it reduces the number of possessions, and I just think that's really critical. So I'd like to see the Cats really in attack mode tonight.
Yeah, I think the attack mode is important, especially when you look at a team like Idaho State. They're such a fascinating team, the fact that they've got some really good individual pieces. Arrington is a guy who's played in 40 full minutes each of the last 5 games, and he's right behind Rob Ford in terms of steals per game. Miguel Tomley has gotten hot now. He's a third-year junior. He put up 22 points against Eastern Washington. Braden Parker is an all-conference player and has been for a number of years. He's playing really well. He's at 14.5 points per game over the last 2. And then Kyrie Huey is 6'9", and he was quiet against Eastern. He's been a little bit down the last couple of games. But when you look at that lineup, and that's a lot of guys, and you've got some guard play, you've got some inside play, you've got some size. No, they don't have a lot of depth, but if you don't play your game, Idaho State's going to get you.
Yeah, and the thing is they're not a great shooting team. You've got Tomley and Parker are 2 of your better shooters that play significant minutes, but that's maybe the one weak point is teams take away the 3 against them, and it's just hard in today's college basketball to win 2 at a time. Not having some level of balance. They're averaging 6 made threes a game. It's just not that much in today's game.
Yeah, and even in conference play, that's gone up a little bit, but only at a 33% success rate. while they're also allowing teams to shoot 49% from the field in Big Sky play right now. Of course, the Bobcats are allowing 49% from the field as well.
Yeah, and stylistically, Coach Looney and his staff, they believe in taking away the three as a priority. So they're one of the better teams in the country at taking away the three, but it does give them some holes because teams can get some pretty good penetration looks and get in and around the basket, which is going to lead to high percentage shots, and now you're going to shoot a high percentage against them.
All right, we're going to step aside. When we get back, we'll run through some Big Sky scores, and after that, we'll talk with head coach Matt Logie. It's Montana State and Idaho State today from the Brick. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Prime Lending, our one-of-a-kind mortgage approach combines a personal touch with just enough technology to turn a traditionally complex process into something better. Think of us like your home buying coach, friend, cheerleader, and teammate, all in one. From application to closing, we are your home loan partners that have your back every step of the way. Reach out to your local Prime Lending team to experience a home loan made simple. All loans subject to credit approval, rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, NMLS 13649, equal housing lender.
For over 100 years, Bozeman Health has provided quality health care in southwest Montana. With locations in Bozeman, Belgrade, and Big Sky, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, Bozeman Health is always there as your partner in health and wellness. Bozeman Health, proud healthcare provider of Bobcat student athletes. Visit bozemanhealth.org for more information.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape for pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
For all you've been through lately, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana wants to make sure you are covered in care. From preventive cancer screenings to proper control of diabetes, high blood pressure and behavioral health management, to prenatal care and child immunizations, Blue Cross and Blue Shield is by your side, reminding you preventive care is imperative care. Stay on top of your health at bcbsmt.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Back of the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho State today. Quick check of some of the other Big Sky scores on the men's side. Weber State and Montana will tip off when we do. Tricia Binford and the women will tip off when we do as well. And those are the two games that we are keeping an eye on coming up as this day progresses. And in the top 25 on the men's side, number 3 North Carolina dominating Wake Forest 75-57. 3 minutes to go in that game. And number 7 Kansas, which just got upset by Raekwon Battle and West Virginia this weekend. They are hosting at Cincinnati. And yes, Cincinnati is a Big 12 team now. I know that one still kind of feels weird. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're sitting down with head coach Matt Logie. It's the Bobcats and the Bengals from the Brick. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
We're back on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Idaho State today at the Brick. I'm Keaton Glogally along with head coach Matt Logie. And Coach, quick turnaround here after the Montana game. What's the message to the team over the last day or two to get ready and make sure there's no drop-off in this one tonight?
It's just bounce back time, you know. It's not about how far you fall. It's about how high you bounce. And, we don't have a lot of time to lick our wounds on Sunday. We have a good opponent here coming in who's playing good ball and, opportunity to get a sweep in conference, which is not easy to do.
Brian Garacki's been so much fun to watch, and obviously, he's one of those guys who teams now really have to key on throughout this season. How are teams starting to send some defense to him to try to slow him down? I mean, he had that big game against Idaho State earlier this year, so how are defenses trying to slow him down specifically now?
Well, I mean, I just think they're getting more familiar with, what he's capable of. But to his credit, he's done a really good job of kind of diversifying that as the year has gone along too. He's mixing up his opportunities to score with transition opportunities and some post ups and some rebounds, some cutting, in addition to obviously his ability to shoot the basketball.
Well, we're taking a look at this Idaho State team today. They come in at 7-12, 2-4 in Big Sky play, but they've got some beasts on this roster. One of the guys, Malik Arrington, one of their guards, number 3, a guy who's really, his numbers have really been ramping up. He's been playing a lot of minutes. What have you seen from Arrington lately?
Yeah, I mean, he's their primary ball handler, and so that's why he doesn't get taken off the court very often. He does a good job of getting them into their actions, and when things break down, he kind of puts his head down and just charges at the rim and is able to draw a lot of fouls, a lot of contact. So we've just got to do a good job of being disciplined and then understanding when he doesn't have the basketball, there's an opportunity to provide some help on some of the key post players.
Before we get into the post, I do want to ask you about Miguel Tomley, number 10, the Santa Clara transfer. He's a guy who put up 22 points in his last game, a season high for him. What's Tomley doing, and how has he scored the basketball lately?
Well, he's a very good shooter, and he's got some really big screeners, setting screens for him out there. He's got a green light and the opportunity to really play with a lot of freedom, and so that allows him to play through some things and get himself hot and get himself going. If he sees the ball go in a couple times early, he can really shoot that thing.
You mentioned the post, and that's really where their bread is buttered between Braden Parker and Kyrie Huey. How did you feel like you guys handled them in that first meeting, and what do you guys need to do to be successful in the post today?
Yeah, I mean, it's a team effort. This game really comes down to two styles of play. And, we were able in the first game to apply a lot of ball pressure, make their entries, further out on the court, which makes their post-ups further out on the court, and then apply, basically good help side defense. So we've got to do that again. The recipe doesn't change. If they throw the ball in there or can go get it off the offensive glass, the advantage is theirs. But if we can get that pressure going and get the game going up and down a little bit in transition, that certainly favors us.
No doubt. All right, well, here we go. It's Montana State and Idaho State today at the Brick. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we get back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Bengals. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Galogly. This is Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master-planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
I love waiting in line at McDonald's, said no one, ever. With the McDonald's app, you don't have to. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time.
At participating McDonald's.
When the weather app says rain, the McDonald's app says McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery and other fees may apply.
For over 100 years, Bozeman Health has provided quality health care in southwest Montana. With locations in Bozeman, Belgrade, and Big Sky, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, Bozeman Health is always there as your partner in health and wellness. Bozeman Health, proud healthcare provider of Bobcat student athletes. Visit bozemanhealth.org for more information.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. And by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
He's got it to the rack. Two-hand slam. Robert Ford for 3. Got it! Put a stamp on it. You are witnessing the golden age of Bobcat basketball.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Galogly.
In a 111-year rivalry, Montana State will try to extend one of their longest active winning streaks in Big Sky play. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Priebe. Will Gordon is back in the studios today. Montana State and Idaho State have been duking it out since 1913, the 210th meeting between these two Big Sky charter members. Before our prime lending tip-off, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State Basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
It's Idaho State and Montana State today. The starting lineup for Ryan Looney in Idaho State. It's Malik Arrington, Miguel Tomley, who's been hot lately, Kyrie Huey, Isaiah Griffin, and Braden Parker. For the Bobcats, Turner, Patterson, Ford, Garacki, Walker. We are ready to go. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by the Idaho State Bengals. Our tip-off presented by Prime Lending. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Idaho State with the first possession of the day. They work offensively to our right. Arrington has it on the left wing. Bounces down to an all-conference Big Sky player in Braden Parker going against Garacki. Kick into the right corner. Arrington on the drive into the lane, puts up a runner. That it's left short, and Brandon Walker rips the rebound down. Bobcats in the home whites today. Navy blue Montana State written in capitalized letters, outlined in gold across the chest. Same on the back for the numbers. And Idaho State today in the road blacks into the post. Brandon Walker's there with a two-hand flush. Perfect pass from Eddie Turner. The Bobcats start with a 2-0 lead against the Bengals.
And Idaho State had all kinds of trouble down in Pocatello with the dribble handoff action. Looked like they were going to try and double Eddie Turner there. Parker not quick enough to handle it. Easy deuce. Gets the Bobcats going.
Idaho State with the ball. They work offensively to our right. Arrington gives to Parker. He lets a three go. Missed it right. Ford has the rebound. Pushed ahead along the left sideline. Garacki drives on from the left wing. We've got a whistle and an offensive foul. Braden Parker taking the charge. Garacki used a little bit of an extension on that left arm, and Garacki picks up his first foul.
Tremendous defensive effort. Parker, he is not a small man. 6'8", 250 pounds. He's able to cut off Garacki's drive. Anticipated it well.
Idaho State with a basketball, working offensively to our right. Griffin has it up at the top. Moves over to the left wing. Gives it to Arrington. Around the perimeter to Huey. And a handoff to Tomley, who's had the hot hand the last couple of games. Tomley goes left with six to shoot. Bounce into the post. Huey against Walker on the right side. Turns, puts it up. That's short. Brandon Walker might have gotten a piece of it. And the Bobcats clear the rebound quickly. From right to left. A handoff to Garacki at the top. Takes it over to the left wing. Gives it to Walker. From the right elbow, throws out to Patterson. Bounce pass back down to Walker, into the post, kicks it out, extra pass. Turner pumps the left corner three. Now he drives the baseline, kicks it out. Walker with a top side three, good. Everybody touched the ball that time, and Brandon Walker makes it count with a three from the top of the key.
Tremendous ball movement, like you said. Bobcats are sharp on both ends early. Idaho State is 0 for from the field.
And a foul. Brandon Walker a little too aggressive out high. He picks up his first foul. Not what you want to see from Walker. Did run into some foul trouble in the loss against Montana, despite putting up a massive line, 18 points, 8 of 8 from the field, limited because of that foul trouble.
Yeah, just a silly foul at 45 feet. No need to do it. Gives you one that you can't get somewhere else.
Idaho State with the basketball. They work offensively to our right. Griffin into the paint, and he has it taken away. Turner with a help defense knocks it away into the hands of Ford. Alley-oop, Garacki lays it in on the left side. A lob from Ford, a lay-in from Garacki, and the Bobcats off to that aggressive start you wanted, up 7-0 through the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, and of those 7, you've had a couple in transition, so they're out pushing the ball hard. Defense is locked in, just good all-around start.
Idaho State with the ball to our right. Huey throws it over to Griffin. Toss up to Arrington. Dribbles right, guarded by Turner. Slings it over the left wing. Quick trigger for three. Tomley missed it a bit too strong, and a foul underneath as Huey gave a shove. Trying to grab that rebound. First foul on Kyrie Huey.
Boy, you just see such a difference right now. The Bobcat bench into it like they have been since they got back from Brookings. Very active, very vocal. You look down the other way, the Bengal bench silent. Everybody seated outside of Coach Looney. Really just different atmospheres.
Ball moves around the perimeter. Tyler Patterson gives it to Brandon Walker at the top. Calm dribble. Handoff for Turner. Splits two defenders. Turns the corner and kicks it. Garacki's open for three. No. Offensive rebound. Walker back up. Blocked by Parker. And Idaho State has the ball back.
Parker's top 5 all time at Idaho State in blocks. So got to go into his chest when you're going at him. You can't just try and go straight up.
Parker kicks it out to Arrington. He's open for a right wing three, and it's good. He knew that one was clean as soon as it left his hands. First points for the Bengals come at the 16-10 mark of the first half. Bobcats leading 7-3. Ball moving around to Patterson, then to Walker at the top of the key. Brandon Walker gets into the mid-post left side, going up against Parker. Still spinning, blocked, and a foul. Braden Parker picks up his first foul. He ran into some foul trouble in that last meeting, but you got to be careful when you're in the post. This is an Idaho State team that leads the Big Sky in conference play with over 5 blocks per game. We're stepping aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the first half. Bobcats leading the Bengals 7-3. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
What's in a name? For some, the meaning runs deeper than the word we see in front of us. There's a history to it. We are Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, and the biggest part of our name will always be the smallest, of, because it's the of that connects us, which means we are of our communities, of a promise passed down for a healthier tomorrow. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
For every adventure and every mishap, Bozeman Health provides expert, personalized care to each person, going well beyond traditional health care. We're your partner in health and well-being, working together for your day-to-day and the decades to come. With care sites in Belgrade, Big Sky, and Bozeman, and with the only hospitals in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman Health keeps your care close to home. Find a Bozeman Health provider today at bozemanhealth.org.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Bobcat Basketball is presented in part by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. Montana State is leading 7-3 over Idaho State with 15:52 to go in the first half. Brian, the Bobcats aggressive early tonight.
Gotta love the offensive aggressiveness. They're both off the dribble and off the pass. The ball's moving fast around the perimeter, which is tremendous. Needed to see it. Defensively, gotta love the chatter. You see 5 guys moving in unison, exactly what we did not see in the last 20 the other night against Montana.
Montana State has gotten 5 points already for Brandon Walker, who's been a beast. Last 6 games, Brandon Walker, 17 points per game, 68% from the field. He's just been so incredibly efficient, and he's going to the free throw line now where he's shooting 69% on the year.
Yeah, his biggest enemy has been foul trouble of late, and if he can stay out of that, he's in great shape.
Misses the first free throw. Now remember, Walker's just a second-year sophomore. You know, I think it's easy to get a little bit lost in where this team is, what this team is, and what the future holds. Obviously, we're focused on this year, but, you know, a lot of these guys are due back next year with their eligibility. Some guys have 2 or 3 years left as Walker misses both free throws.
Without question, you've got a pretty young squad, and, you know, we'll worry about next year later, but there's going to be a lot to happen between now and next year, that's for sure.
Arrington misses a layup, and Brandon Walker wins a 50-50 rebound and gets it off to Rob Ford. That's great effort by Brandon Walker inside. Ford weaves into the paint, pulls up at the right elbow. That jumper rims around short, and Idaho State has the rebound. Montana State up 7-3, 15:20 to go first half. Isaiah Griffin on the left wing, hands it off for Arrington, up to Parker, then give it to Tomley. Standing dribble for Miguel Tomley, the third-year junior. Over to Griffin on the right wing. He's one of the newcomers. Griffin with a left-handed dribble into the lane, turns, hands it off. Huey, topside 2, swirls off, no good. Brandon Walker with the rebound. Bobcats doing a nice job on the glass early. They're +4 already. Walker crossing over into the lane, down to the left block, lays it up. No, got blocked from behind by Braden Parker. Here come the Bengals. Griffin with a head of steam. Tapers off as Turner got back defensively. Lob into the post, and Garacki picks up the foul. That's his second. A little too aggressive, easy call for the officials as he wrapped his arms around Huey. And Karaki slips into some foul trouble. So Naduka, Lekalot, and Garone checking into the game as Walker, Turner, and Karaki take a seat.
And that's tough. Brian had such a huge game in Pocatello, 29 points. He was a catalyst early to the big lead that the Cats were able to get, double-digit lead, and then just hold it. But he's going to be doing a little more observing here in the first half. He'll play a little bit, but got to watch that foul count.
Tomley has the dribble. He walks over to the left wing. Still has the bounce, guarded by Garone. Tomley on the drive, into the lane, puts up a runner. That's no good. Lekalot wins the rebound. He pushes ahead to Rob Ford. Cats have been cleaning the glass in the first 5.5 minutes. Ford goes to Lekalot. Ball moves around the perimeter into the right corner for Jaden Garone. He moves to his left, now with a dribble into the lane. Bounce pass down to Naduka, and the teardrop is good. Good ball movement by the Bobcats. Nice to see some offensive efficiency from the bench mob, which struggled against Montana.
Great pass by Jerome, coming off out of the corner off Naduka's on-ball screen. Again, that ball is flying around the perimeter right now. That is just a great sign for Montana State.
Pass tipped, stolen. Rob Ford's got another steal. He's in transition against Parker going to the Cub. Blocked and fouled from behind. And Parker just picked up his second foul. So he has run into a bunch of foul trouble really the last 2 years in the 4 meetings against Montana State. And Braden Parker picks up his second foul with 13:47 to go in the first half. Cats up 9-3 and Ford going to the stripe.
And that's a six-year senior point guard. He gets a steal. He's in transition. He sees Idaho State's best player who's already got a foul on him, and he's absolutely committed to drawing that second one. Tremendously smart play by Rob Ford.
First free throw is good for Ford. It's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh, everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. Ford needs to relace that right shoe. The former Idaho State Bengal in his own right. Really played about a year and a half. He got hurt his second year there. Played 33 games, all starts. He was honorable mention all Big Sky. Scored about 400 points in his time there. Next free throw is good. So he both. And Rob Ford has been one of the best players in the league over the last week and a half. Has his first 2 points tonight. Cats up 11-3. 13:30 to go in the first half. Arrington out of the right wing. Skip pass into the left corner. Here's a 3-ball up and good. Just off the bench, A.J. Bergen knocking it down from long range where he's 33% on the season.
And that's really the action that got Montana going mid-second half last night, or Saturday night. They clear out the side. They throw the lob. This time the Cats take away the lob, but they don't guard the weak side shooter, and it costs them a 3.
Ford from the left wing, crosses over, steps back for 3. No, missed it off the inside of the iron. Quick push the other way. Bergen in transition. His right wing 3. That's good. A.J. Bergen hot with back-to-back 3s on the last 2 possessions. And the Bengals right back in this one, trailing 11-9 against the Bobcats with 13 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, and Bergen had 2 threes down in Pokey, but he's been playing a lot better of late, giving Idaho State something they need, some perimeter shooting.
Yeah, he had a season-high 16 points against Eastern Washington on Saturday. Lob down to the right baseline. Lekalot. Backing in, backing down. He's got a bit of a mismatch here. Gets down to the mid-post. Bounce pass down to Naduka, and he lays it in. Terrific vision by Sam Lekalot. Chica Naduka's got 4 tonight on an easy lay-in.
And Matt, Logie and I were talking earlier. He made the comment that he thought he probably should have given Sam a little extra run against the Grizz Saturday. Might have made a difference on the defensive end of the floor. Sam rewarding him tonight with some quick thinking and a good pass.
A whistle. I didn't see it. Bobcats are getting the ball here.
Yeah, no foul. Was it? Oh, the guy on the wing who had the ball stepped on the sideline.
There it is. All right, so the Bobcats force a turnover. Here's Ford from the mid-post, and that jumper is good. That was a high arcing shot, whispering to the rafters before it fell in. 4 points for Rob Ford. Montana State up 15-9, 11:45 to go in the first half. Idaho State with a basketball offensively to our right. They're playing their 3rd game in 5 days. They played their Thursday, Saturday schedule at home and then had to travel out here for the one-off in Bozeman. Down to the left baseline. Kick out the top. Arrington pumps the 3, steps in for 2, and the jumper is good. Malik Arrington, the second-year sophomore, he's got 5.
Good play by Rob Ford, though. He chases him off the 3, force him to shoot the 18-footer. He knocks it down. You shake his hand and go on.
Ford has the dribble at the top. Picks it up, throws back to Patterson. He's on the drive, into the lane, stops. The free throw line jumper is off the mark. Fight for the rebound, and it is won by Idaho State. Chika Nduku was in there fighting but couldn't pull it in. Now a drive, Tomley down to the right block. Couldn't get it to go. Rob Ford was there to deter. Cats push the other way. Lekalot makes the catch. He fires a bounce pass to Patterson. His right wing 2, no. Long rebound, and Patterson gets it back on a hop. Gets it off to Ford. The Bobcats get to reset with the short shot clock. Montana State up 4 with the ball. Bounce down to the mid-post left side. Chika Nduku back to the basket against a guard. Throws one-hand pass. Garone makes the catch and makes the 3 from the right wing. Oh, the Bobcat bench stepping up in a big way. Jaden Garone now with a 3 off the assist from Chika Nduku. All assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services.
And I think we keep waiting for Jaden Garone to kind of emerge offensively here for this club. He is clearly a guy that can shoot the ball, just hasn't yet found that rhythm in games coming off the injury.
Montana State up 18-11, 10 to go in the first half. Arrington steps to his left, tries a 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound is loose on the floor, still loose. Body's diving for it, and the Bobcats come out of traffic with it. Ford down the left sideline. He's driving, kicks it out. Lekalot turns down a 3, gets himself into the paint, stops, bounce down to the right post. Here's Nduku spinning left shoulder, pump fake, steps in, lays it good off the glass. Rocking the baby, coming back the other way. Chika Nduku able to finish. He's got 6.
Pretty hard to see or imagine the Bobcats having such production from the front line. You're supposed to have the strong front line wearing black uniforms tonight, but the Bobcats front line is stepping up.
Well, Montana State outscored Idaho State in the paint in the first meeting in December, winning 35-32 in that category. Huey gets to his spot and uses a soft, gentle left-handed hook to finish that thing. His first 2 points. He's been a little quiet lately, but that was a nice move. Montana State up 7 with the ball. Just over 9 minutes to go in the first half. Ford in the left corner. Slings a pass to Lekalot. Bobbles occasionally or momentarily. Gets it out to Garone. Jaden Garone backs it out on the right wing with 8 to shoot. Jump pass inside, tipped and stolen. Bad possession that time by the Bobcats. Pushed ahead to the left wing. Here's a 3. Bergen can't get it to go. There's a heat check after he had hit too early, and Montana State has the rebound. They'll slow it down with a 20-13 lead. 8:44 to go in the first half, and we have a pause in the action. We're stepping aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State is leading Idaho State 20-13 with 8:43 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy loaded tortilla soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at Qdoba.com or in the app.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. A note on some content. We will have Cat Chat tomorrow night, 6:30 over at the Ribbon Chop House. And the Bobcat Insider television show airs Wednesday night this week at 7 o'clock on MTN. Bobcats leading 20-13 against the Bengals. 8:43 to go in the first half. And Brian, fun to see the bench getting into some action today for the Bobcats after they got outscored something like 33-2 in bench points on Saturday.
Yeah, 9 quick ones early. Good to see Jerome hit a 3. You've got Induka with the other 6, but 9 points off the bench in the first 12 minutes. Good start for the Cats.
That was a Montana State timeout that took us to that break. All Bobcat timeouts sponsored by Prime Lending. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Of another quick stoppage, as that was our under 12 media timeout, and the Bobcats turned the ball over in transition. Bergen to the rack. Hesitation layup is good as Garone got back to affect the shot, but A.J. Bergen having a big day. He's hit 2 threes and now a quick transition lay-in.
Yeah, and the Cats didn't recognize his own defense with a little trap. And Brian Gracke a little lazy with the pass. Easy steal and deuce.
Ford on the left wing, throws it up to Garacki and around to Lekalot. Bounce pass to Brandon Walker, 17 feet out on the right side. He spins into the paint against Parker, lost the hand on the dribble, picks it back up with the right hand, missed the layup. And a fight for the rebound is won by Idaho State. Excuse me, I said Parker, it's actually Gavin Gilstrap. Parker is sitting on the bench with the 2 fouls right now.
And you got to think Montana State's salivating over the Gilstrap versus Brandon Walker matchup, something they'll go to early and often here, see if he can handle it.
Griffin with a call-up dribble. Takes it to the left wing, working one-on-one against Garacki. Nowhere to go. Stops, picks up the dribble at the free throw line, and has to get rid of it with 3 seconds to shoot from the top 2. Into the lane 1. Bounce pass underneath and a shot clock violation. The shot went on the reverse layup, but about a second late. The Cats get the stop with a +5 lead. We're taking a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:36 to go in the first half. Montana State leading Idaho State 20-15. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape for pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Idaho State 20-15. 7:36 to go in the first half. Hello to Bear Creek, back in the Cats, tuned in on Behind the Mic, presented by Simpkins Holland over on YouTube. For the Bobcats today, up 20-15, and boy, some good energy, some good effort, but you can see where Idaho State, man, they just don't back down. And they're a team that's struggled over the last couple of years. 3rd game in 5 days. They got punched in the mouth to start, but they're coming out with a lot of effort and energy right now.
They really are, and for a team that's not tremendously great shooting the 3, the fact they've hit 3 of 7 is why they're close right now. If they shot their normal percentage, Bobcats would be up double figures.
Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Idaho State pushing out just a little bit of a run here with their best player, Braden Parker, on the bench. Gavin Gilstrap has stepped in for him in the front court. Gilstrap hasn't played since he played against the Cats on December 28th. Montana State with the ball offensively to our left. Rob Ford has a standing dribble. Slings it over to Garone on the right wing, then to Garacki on the right sideline. Back to Garone. Then to Ford, playing catch around the perimeter with 7 on the shot clock. To Lecolot, right wing 5. Back to Garone, left wing 4. Up to the top, Walker with 2. Dials up with 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped and won by Idaho State. The Cats stalling out there. They haven't scored in close to 3 minutes.
Yeah, not aggressive against the 2-3 zone, just playing catch on the perimeter. Got to get some vertical action, both player movement, ball movement.
At the top, pass tipped by Ford, recovered by Arrington, gets into the mid post, puts up a runner. That's no good. Walker the rebound. Nice defense there by Sam Lecolot. Defending without fouling has been an issue for him, but he was able to defend without it there. Walker with a calm dribble at the top, fakes the handoff to Lecolot, gives it to Ford on the right wing. Ford down to the right baseline, skips it into the left corner, but it bounced on the baseline as he was looking for Garacki. Another turnover by Montana State, their 4th of the game, but it's starting to become a concerning trend.
Yeah, the offense has flattened out over the last 3.5 minutes. They've had 3 turnovers, haven't made a shot, haven't gotten to the free throw line since early. They got their four quick trips.
Kind of surprising to see it flatten out a little bit like this with Brandon Walker still on the floor, with the Cats getting a little oomph and some contributions from the bench. Bounce to Bergen, who got free, and he lays it in uncontested. A.J. Bergen having a massive day.
6-0 run over 4 minutes for Idaho State as they get themselves back to a one-possession ball game.
Montana State up 20-17. Lecolot, right wing 3, count it. Sam Lecolot shooting a dart from the right wing. His first 3 points today. He's playing with some confidence. Cats up 6.
12 bench points now as Sam steps up. He's got an assist and a couple boards. He's got himself a good start.
5:40 remaining in the first half. Bergen off a screen. That 3 ball's too strong. And the rebound won by Brandon Walker. Boy, the effort on the glass both ways tonight is a sight to behold. Hand off for Walker. He drives into the lane and gets fouled. Easy call. You can see Gilstrap just stick his arm out right into the ribs of Walker. So first foul on Gavin Gilstrap. Bobcats will inbound with 5:29 to go. First half. Cats up 23-17 over the Bengals. Huey and Tomley into the game. Bergen with 10 points already takes a seat. He's the game's leading scorer, and Gilstrap will sit down. Inbounds pass. Ford looking with a lob. Brandon Walker tracks it down on the Cathead logo. Gives it to Ford to the left wing. Calm dribble. Moving right. Takes it to the elbow. Accelerates to the rack. Lays it up. Good and one. Got hit as he was falling away with his right hand. Pushes it up off the window, and it bounces through for 2. 6 points for Ford.
That gets a 9 on the degree of difficulty right there. Rob Ford not only being thrown backwards, but his momentum was already headed that direction. Knows he's going to take a hard fall, finds a way to get it up on the glass and through.
And he completes the 3-point play as Garone checks in for Garacki. Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza. Bridger Brewing, cheers to every adventure being better than the last. So Garacki stealing a few minutes with 2 fouls on his ledger. Montana State up 26-17. A 6-0 run since the Bengals got it to within 3. Just over 5 minutes left in the first half. Held out on the left wing. Randstrom working his way into the post. Down to the right block. Lays it up. Good and one. Lecolot hit for the foul. His first. And Randstrom will head to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. First foul on Lecolot.
A little bit of me wonders if Eddie Turner might have had something happen. He's got no fouls, but since he came out 10 minutes ago, he has not gone back in. Bobcats could use his...
He missed the free throw, got his own rebound, and then just drew a second foul on Lecolot. Randstrom going back to the line with 4 points now and a chance to complete the 3-point play. Yeah, Lecolot ended up coming down just a little bit, and he'll have to head to the bench.
And that is the one thing that has limited Sam's minutes over the years is just some foul trouble. He's got to start to change that mentality. When you're only playing 6-8 minutes a game, you can go in and just hack away. But if you want to play extended minutes, you got to be a little bit smarter in how you use your fouls.
Randstrom hits the free throw, so he has 5 points. Montana State up 4 with the ball. Ford, clean path to the cup, and a right-handed layup is converted. Rob Ford's got 9 tonight, coming off the career high 30 on Saturday.
Yeah, Rob, we knew Rob was going to come out with A-level effort and leadership, and he is not disappointed in any way.
Griffin out of the right wing, held for the Bengals, guarded by Patterson. Slings it over to the left wing, then into the left corner. Tomley tries a 3. That's too strong. Fight for the rebound, and Rob Ford comes away with it. He throws ahead. Garacki in transition. Lays it. No. Tip back. Yes, Rob Ford was there. What hustle by Ford to be there for the putback.
Rob Ford hits double figures on offense, and he's already got 4 boards.
Unreal. Cats up 8. 4 minutes remaining first half. Tomley on the right wing. Guarded by Garone, and we got a foul away from the ball. Brandon Walker just picked up his second. So Lekalot, Garacki, and Walker all have 2 fouls apiece. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Cats offense getting hot once again. They've hit 4 of their last 5 from the field. 3:53 to go in the first half. Montana State leading Idaho State 30-22. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. They are showing the flex cam up on the video board now. Some of the youngest Bobcat fans are showing off some muscle. Bobcats leading at 30-22 over the Bengals. 3:53 to go in the first half. Montana State has won 10 straight against Idaho State. All-time, there are 122 wins to 87 losses in the series. It dates back to 1913, and the Bobcats trying to keep things rolling today. Sam Lekalot just checked back in with 2 personal fouls after Walker picked up his second foul. Montana State's had some good rushes in this game, but you can still see some of that inconsistency in their execution.
Without question, and mostly that's coming on the offensive end, but 30 points in 16 minutes, you're still, on pace for 80 points in the ball game. Ultimately, if the Bobcats can just defend at any rate, I think they have a chance to pull away from this Bengal club.
Arrington takes it out to the right wing and then walks it up near half court. Takes it over the left wing. Crosses over to his left, throws to Huey at the top, back to Arrington. Arrington breaking it down between the legs against Ford. Nowhere to go. Gets to the Big Sky logo. Tries a floater. No good. Bobcats get the rebound. They'll give that shot up any day of the week. Now Ford with a head of steam. Draws the foul. Kind of lost his footing there and got bailed out on the Arrington foul, his first.
Yeah, I think you called that right. I think he might have got a little bit of a break there. Looked like he may have tripped over the ball when he went between his legs. But the Bobcats will take a foul on Arrington every day.
Ford looking to inbound. Still looking for the baseline. Got to get it in here, and he throws it off the defender, off Huey, and it bounces out of bounds. And Braden Parker with the 2 personal fouls is about to check back in here.
Something that's tough is when you have a guard take the ball out of bounds and the other team puts their big on that guard, your sight lines are very limited, and that guard can't move. He's got a pivot foot just like if he was on the court. So he's got nowhere to go. You need a pretty easy entry.
Now the officials having a conversation, talking out of the left wing. And they're going to check the clock, I believe.
See if the clock ran, yep.
Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. 3:27 to go in the game. Montana State up 30-22 as they take a look at the clock right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually looking for, is there any bad basketball play? As Rob Ford throws it off, Huey, he might have hit Huey a little bit low, and potentially Huey asked them to take a look at that. That used to be called a basketball play, but I don't know if it still is.
So there's one specific area you're supposed to miss?
Apparently, I think at the end of the day, you're just trying to get the ball off him so that you can keep possession. And Huey's jumping in the air, too. It makes it a little bit tougher.
The women are out in Pocatello today. They currently trail 26-19 nearing the end of the second quarter against Idaho State. So we'll keep an eye out on that, although Montana State just scored again. Of course, no Caitlin Lamardo, who got hurt at the end of that Montana game, but she was released from the hospital later that night on Saturday night. So good news there, but still a shorthanded bunch and a balanced scoring attack with Picton, who's got 5, and Hall, who has 4. But right now, Trisha Binford, she's only going 7 deep right now. I mean, that is a very short bench. All right, we've got, appears to be a decision.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Rob Ford, and I think therefore a turnover on the Bobcats for a throw off of the other player's growing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they've changed the rules or not, but if it was intentional, I get it. But so they can shoot free throws on this deal?
Not 100% sure here. So, getting the explanation there. 3:27 to go in the first half. We'll give it to you here in a moment with the Bobcats up 30-22. What do we got?
New rule this year: if you throw the ball off somebody's growing, and it's deemed to be an intentional effort, that it is a flagrant one. So 2 shots and the ball. That's a turning point right there potentially. So he's effectively got to throw it off his leg instead of off his groin
or chest.
Well, pretty hard to do that. You might catch it. I think you're trying to throw it off somewhere where you can't touch it and go from there.
And on top of that, Ford has a scab that has been broken. So he's got a lot going on right now. Arrington misses the first free throw. Arrington hits the second free throw. And Idaho State will get the ball back because it's deemed as a flagrant one. Rob, though, getting bandaged up here, so he'll get his 60 seconds. So quick double whistle. We remind you, it's a new season at Kohl's with everyday styles at great prices. You can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohls.com today. All right, he's all patched up. We're ready to go.
Veteran official Eric Curry informs us that is a new rule starting this year. So there you go.
So all officiated correctly, just an unfortunate situation with a lob into the post that goes off the rim. The Bobcats nearly had the rebound, then it was taken away, then it was poked away. And it's going to be Montana State basketball touched last by Idaho State as it goes out of bounds. So Montana State will have the possession thanks in part to some good hustle.
Yeah, great hustle by Ranstrom. He just couldn't get control of the ball and end up hitting it out of bounds.
Oh, and he landed on the ball as he dove for it, hit him right in the sternum.
Yeah, he could have given himself a flagrant one there where he landed on that ball.
I don't think that's how the rule works.
Oh, that's not. It doesn't work all the way. Okay.
No.
I got to read read the letter of the law.
Patterson throws to Duke at the top of the key. Back to Patterson. He lets it go for three. No, and he stays quiet, but the offensive board tipped from Ford to Lecolot, and Sam Lecolot finishes with a right-handed layup. Great hustle by Ford. Great awareness by Lecolot, who's got 5.
Great to see Sam playing like this. This is how he played, I thought, against NAU in Northern Colorado. Not quite as much of a factor against the Grizz, but kind of getting back at it. Good to see.
He had some important minutes too at the end of that second half of the South Dakota State game too. I know it was already lopsided, but those can be important moments. Here's Arrington with 5 to shoot, kicks it out at the top 3. Tomley with 2 to the elbow. He tries a jumper, that's short. Fight for the rebound, and Aduka tips it out of bounds. Oh, they just gave it to Montana State. That looked very clearly off of Naduka, but no argument for Braden Parker.
Could also be one of those situations where the ref doesn't want to call a little foul on Parker, so he just instead gives possession to the Bobcats, which is not an uncommon thing.
And if you ask an official about that, will they tell you that?
Of course not. But we all know. It's just an unwritten rule of the game right there.
Naduka fires to Lecolot in the right corner. He drives the baseline, gets rid of it out to Patterson on the right wing, and the ball moves around the perimeter. Only 4 to shoot. Ford with 3. Ford with 2 to the mid-post. 1. Kicks it out. Garone takes the right wing 3. Short. And they call it a shot clock violation anyway. Another turnover by Montana State.
Yeah, Cats a little bit passive on that possession. Not a lot of activity, ball movement, player movement. Got stuck on one side and ultimately couldn't do anything with it.
1:40 to go in the first half. Montana State up 32-23. Cats shooting 54% again. Idaho State 38% from the field so far today. Idaho State with the ball to our right. Cats trying to put a lot of pressure on the ball up high. Over to Huey on the left wing. Giving it to Griffin at the top of the key. Get pressured beyond the three-point line. That's exactly what Coach Logie told us in the pregame interview. Arrington on the right wing, slings to Parker beyond the arc. Over to Tomley, left wing, 5 to shoot. Back to Parker, left wing 3 is up. No. Rebound tipped. Griffin able to lay it in. Huey came over the back of Naduka, and Griffin was there after the tip to lay it in. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Montana State up 32-25. Ford out to Patterson. Bounce into the post left side. Naduka against Parker. Spins to his left shoulder. The right-handed hook rattles out. Oh, good-looking shot. Didn't finish. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Idaho State with the ball. They trail 32-25. Arrington fires to the left wing. Tomley picks it up. Back to Arrington. Lost the dribble for a moment. Recovers with 10 to shoot at the top. Arrington goes left around a screen, into the mid-post, spinning and traveled. Naduka was there to cut him off, and Arrington picked up the foot, turns it over with the shot clock off, 22 seconds to go in the first half. Karaki checks in with the 2 fouls. Bobcats leading 32-25 over Idaho State.
Boy, and I can't believe Idaho State's leaving Parker on the floor. 22 seconds left, the defensive possession left. He's really not the guy out there with 2 fouls. I don't know if the Cats have any way of taking advantage of that, but boy, what an unbelievable turn it would be to pick up that third at the last possession.
Ford letting the clock wind down here. 10 seconds left the first half. Cats had a buzzer beater on Saturday at the end of the first half. 6 seconds left in the first. Ford to his right, Ford with 2 into the post. Naduka pump fake, lays it good, and that's how the first half comes to a close. Ford and Naduka team up this time, and the Bobcats making it a habit of beating the buzzer. We'll take a break as Montana extends their lead to 9 points at halftime. Montana State 34, Idaho State 25 as we head to halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
For every peak, valley, and plateau, for every mishap and every adventure, for every Montanan in every season of life, Bozeman Health is here to deliver care with quality, compassion, and respect. Because we see you as more than the patient you are today. We look to what's on the horizon for you and our community over the decades to come. That's care beyond care. Well beyond. Bozeman Health.
As a Montana parent, I want to be at my best for my child. I've learned that if I want to be at my best, then I need to take care of myself. ParentingMontana.org has podcast episodes about taking care of my own health and well-being, improving my relationship with my parenting partner, and supporting my child's physical and mental health. I found the podcast to be informative, relatable, and I can tune in whenever I have time. ParentingMontana.org. Tools for your child's success.
Brought to you by SAMHSA and Montana DPHHS.
Banking doesn't stop because the weekend comes around or the sunset paints our big sky. We know you work hard for your money and need access to it 24/7, 365 wherever you are. Stockman Bank's online and mobile banking lets you live every single moment of your day with confidence to stay in touch with your money via smartphone, tablet, or desktop computer. See the difference banking with Stockman Bank makes for you. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Give them credit.
Welcome to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana State leading 34-25 against Idaho State, and a thrilling shoot for cash sponsored by the Ribbon Chop House. The young man, one of the first guys we've seen to get the opportunity to shoot from half court. You have to hit the layup, free throw, three-point shot. He had a decent amount of time at that half court shot. Got pretty close. It's good money to be earned there. You can win $1,000.
Boy, get a good, more than a good meal with $1,000. My goodness, take all your friends.
Hey, and you can get any good meal at Ribbon Chop House. We'll be back there tomorrow night.
He could take us. We could go for the meal with him.
Well, I'm already covered. I'm the host, so I'm covered tomorrow. But we'll see everybody there tomorrow night at 6:30 at the Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. All right, the Bobcats leading 34-25 against Idaho State. That was a full first half. There was a lot there. Cats had the hot start. They got some good bench minutes. They started to break down a bit offensively and defensively, for that matter. Idaho State got back to within 3, but in the end, beautifully drawn up play at the end of that first half. Chika Nduka finishes it, and the Cats have a 9-point lead at the break.
Yeah, and the Cats with 14 more bench points than they had the other night against the Grizz. Good to see a little more variety there. Rob Ford, his usual self, on pace for yet another double-double. And generally, I just like the tempo that the Cats were playing at offensively. I thought they were aggressive. You're shooting over 50% from the field. They're not overly dependent on the three ball. Good effort all around. And frankly, the defense was there. There just a couple lapses from guarding the three in the first half. I felt like this could easily be a double-digit lead. But still, overall, very good first half.
Yeah, Montana State holding Idaho State to just 39% from the field. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you a full rundown of the scoring. We're coming back to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. After this, Bobcats up 34-25 at the break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m., and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Bobcats up 34-25 over Idaho State, coming off a thrilling tic-tac-toe presented by Blackfoot Communications. The young student who had an opportunity to win it. You have to make the layup, then you get to place. She had an opportunity to win it with the two in a row in an empty spot. Didn't place it in the right spot. Had to go make another layup, and eventually did win. But that was dangerous. That was way more entertaining than it should have been.
Way more entertaining than it should have been.
All right, here's the numbers in this entertaining game between the Cats, Bobcats, and the Bengals today. Montana State shooting 54% from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, all sponsored by Wendy's. Cats 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Bengals 38% from the field, 3 of 10 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Both teams shooting or with 6 turnovers so far today. The Bobcats 16 bench points, Idaho State with 15, and the Bobcats +2 in paint points. Montana State is +8 on the glass today. They have 8 assists on 14 field goals, all assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Rob Ford keeping it going with 11 points and 5 rebounds today. Walker's got 5, Naduka's got 8, Lekalot with 5, Garone with 3, and Garacki with just 2 because of some foul trouble. For Idaho State, A.J. Bergen with 10 points today. Arrington has 6. Ranstrom has 5. 2 for Griffin, 2 for Huey. All right, we'll step aside when we get back to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. We will get you caught up on some other scores as well. Bobcats leading it 34-25 over Idaho State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of.
Woohoo, yeah!
We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco!
Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
Are you craving more Bobcat basketball action? Join us every Tuesday night at the Rib and Chop House in Bozeman for the ultimate MSU basketball experience. Coaches Matt Logie and Tricia Binford are ready to spill the beans on all things Bobcat basketball. Plus, catch the inside scoop from new student-athlete guests each week. Don't miss out on an exclusive behind-the-scenes look into the Bobcat program. We've got exciting prizes, delicious food, and a chance to interact with the coaches. It all tips off at 6:30 every Tuesday at the Rib and Chop House. Cheer on our Cats and make it a night to remember.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. Taking a look at some other Big Sky scores. It's a quiet Monday around the league, so only the Montana schools are going. Cats leading by 9 here, up 34 to 25. Meanwhile, Weber State is in Missoula, and Montana is leading Weber State 36 to 30 at the moment. Dylan Jones had a slow start, but he's up to 18 points on 7 of 14 shooting, but Weber 3 of 10 from the three-point line. That's been where their barometer. If they're shooting the three, they're winning. If they're not, they're losing. Brandon Whitney having a big day with 16 points in the first half, and Anand Moody with 12 points in that game. Meanwhile, on the women's side, they're over in Pocatello at halftime, and they have the inverse almost of our score. Idaho State 35, Montana State 24. So Trisha Binford and the crew down by 11 on the road, playing just 8 players so far today, led by Jansen, who's got 5, and Picton, who has 5, and Brooke Berry has 5 off the bench, which is a nice sign as well, and kind of lost in the injury of Caitlin Lamardo in that game on Saturday. Again, she was discharged from the hospital on Saturday night. But that was the 200th Big Sky win for Trisha Binford. Boy, what a year she's had, what a coaching job this year in particular, and what great sustained success she has had against the Grizzlies over the last 8 years now.
Yeah, 10-1 in the last 11 against Montana, and she just personifies class in every possible way. Someone who you're just proud to represent the university and the community and the state. Love Trish, love everything she's doing. And she is doing one of her better coaching jobs of the last few years with the youth of that squad, the amount of injuries they've had to key players. You've lost, your starting center, your backup center. They're both gone. Now you've got your best player who's at least out for a game, maybe a couple, depending on how she recovers from that. And just generally, that's a challenge, and Trish has just stepped up to the plate and been really fun to watch.
Trisha Binford, her 19th year, a true Bobcat legend, live and in the making at the moment. We're talking to her at Cat Chat tomorrow night at 6:30 at the Ribbon Shop House. We take a break, our final break of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. When we come back, the start of the second half, Bobcats leading the Bengals 35-25, 34-25. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Bobcats inbound the basketball and start the second half with possession, leading 34-25 over Idaho State. We'll get you your top of the hour legal ID here in a moment. Brandon Walker down underneath, pumps, lays it good with the right hand. Brandon Walker staying strong underneath, and he has 7 points.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job, too, protecting the ball. Parker is such a good shot blocker, but Brandon Walker's doing a good job keeping him from it.
Ooh, and Braden Parker comes back the other way with a 3-ball on the left wing. And it's 36-28. Bobcats leading with 9:15 to go in the first half.
And Idaho State starts off from 3 just like they did in the first frame. They cooled off as the half went along, but they started well.
Ford has the ball at the top of the key. He had 11 points in the first half. Curls into the right block, puts it high off the window and in. That thing almost went over the backboard and still found its way through the twine.
Rob Ford going to his right hand is a disaster for a defense. I'm not sure how the teams can continue to give him penetration.
Down underneath, handoff, Parker up, lays it. No, Lecolot affected the shot. Parker got his own rebound up with the left hand, and he is fouled. And we'll go to the line. Big question on who this foul is going to be on, and it will be Lecolot. That is his 3rd. All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Prevey. Will Gordon is back in the studios. Braden Parker is at the free throw line, and he hits his first attempt. And for Braden Parker now, he's up to 4 points all here in the second half. Lecolot starting the second half for the Bobcats. No Eddie Turner to start in the second period.
Yeah, and Eddie Turner's not on the bench, so he has been obviously probably scratched for this game, and the Bobcats already a little bit shorthanded this season are going to play this second half even more shorthanded.
5 points now for Braden Parker. So Sam Lecolot. So you're trading a guard for a big in the lineup right now, which works today with the size of Idaho State. Into Walker down to the right block, leans in, lays it. No, can't quite finish as he was falling down, but he draws the foul on Braden Parker, who just picked up his 3rd, and kind of crazy how much foul trouble he's gotten into against Montana State the last 2 years.
Yeah, it just is like he's a magnet when he plays the Bobcats. And the other thing that's big about Eddie Turner is just not having another ball handler in a late game situation. I would say that, Jed's going to have to be ready to rock and roll because there's a pretty good chance you could need his ball handling at some point here in the second half. And Jerron may have to play a little bit extended minutes as well.
And Brandon Walker knocks down the first free throw, so he's got 8 points today. Got our Huckleberry slushie delivered. We're ready to rock for the second half. Next free throw is, no good, but it's tipped out by Lecolot, and Tyler Patterson grabs it on a bounce to the half-court line. Montana State up by 9 with the ball. 18 minutes to go in the second half. Forward over to Garacki into the left corner. Patterson bounce to Walker out on the left elbow. Walker trying to spin in, working on Huey. Nowhere to go. 3 to shoot. Puts up a contested shot. Oh, and he got fouled. That looked like a lot of ball up top. Huey got hit with his second foul, and Montana State might have caught a break there.
Boy, that's a bailout. I thought he did hit him on the forearm because the way the shot came off, but Huey just not a great basketball play to even be challenging it at that level, giving him an opportunity to allow the official to blow it.
First free throw is good. So Montana State up by 10. Second double-digit lead they've had. They scored on that first play of the second half, which gave them an 11-point lead. So chance to match that here for Brandon Walker at the line. His shot is up. way too strong, and the rebound grabbed by Idaho State. Now Walker struggled a little bit from the stripe. Now 2 of 6 tonight. Idaho State with the ball, down by 10, 40-30. Braden Parker out at the top of the key. Huey makes make the catch. Finally does, missed the lefty layup, and then is fouled. Boy, Montana State nearly took it away. He stayed with it, and Tyler Patterson has his first foul. Huey will go to the line.
Yeah, I can't believe Huey ended up getting that ball. There was not only Lecklot and Rob Ford, but you also had Brandon Walker in the vicinity, and somehow he was able to come up with it and draw a foul.
So Kyrie Huey, coming out of community college, had committed to Montana State before Danny Sprinkle left for Utah State. First free throw is no good. Then decides to go to Idaho State. Had 8 points, 10 rebounds the first meeting against the Cats, but he's been quiet lately, has scored in double figures just twice in the last 6 games. Next free throw is up, the lefty knocks it down. 3 points for Huey. Pressure in the backcourt. Rob Ford with the handles, and he's able to push it across. Patterson, he's got an open 3. Count it. There you go, Tyler Patterson. Boy, he needed that. Hadn't hit a 3 in the last 2 games.
Tremendous look by Rob Ford to find him wide open on that wing, and good to see Tyler stepping into one and knocking it through.
Arrington at the top, thought about a 3. Ford deters. Tomley now from the left wing gets the free throw line, forces it up, thinking he was going to get a foul. No call, and Lecklot has the rebound. Ahead to Garacki in transition, and his 3 ball was denied, so he hands it off down to Walker, spins to the right shoulder with a guard on him, and he goes to work, lays it in with the left hand off the glass. You can't put a small man like that on Brandon Walker, who's got 9.
Yeah, and there's just great recognition by Rob Ford to see the mismatch, attack it immediately in transition, and give the Bobcats their biggest lead at 14.
Tomley fires into the right corner. Toss out to the left wing for Tomley. 6 to shoot. Tomley throws over to the right wing. Arrington steps in with a floater. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Lecklot comes out of the brawl with it. It was actually 11 points for Brandon Walker. They gave the points that Walker just scored to Rob Ford on the stat sheet. I'm sure they'll get that fixed. But Montana State up 45-31 after a Lecklot rebounded on a miscommunication. The Cats turn it over. Bengals from right to left. Out to the right wing. Tomley for 3. That is short. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it's staying with Idaho State. 16:01 to go in the second half. Montana State leading 45-31.
And I really think we're seeing Sam Lecklot kind of coming into his own here. He just is playing with a different level of confidence, aggressiveness. Just so good to see for the young guy from Wyoming. He's had just that potential budding for 2 years, getting a little bit more opportunity and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, the stat sheet has it wrong. Walker should have 11, and Rob Ford should have 13. And they gave Ford a bucket that Walker scored. Idaho State with the ball. Braden Parker mid-post left side. Kicks it out to the top. Bergen moves it around to the left wing. Griffin tries a 3. That's no good, and Rob Ford rips down another rebound. Cats from left to right trying to push this thing out. Here's Lecklot. Gets underneath. Kicks to the left corner. Patterson for 3. Count it! A pair of 3s for Tyler Patterson. He's getting hot. Barking to the Idaho State bench. And that'll take us to a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:41 to go in the game. Tyler Patterson getting hot. Cats leading the Bengals 48-31. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
God, it's great to see.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
I've had to say stuff a lot. 15:41 to go in the ball game. Montana State up 48-31 over Idaho State. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. What a start in the second half. Idaho State 1 of 6 from the field, and the Bobcats are a perfect 5 of 5 with a pair of Wendy's three-pointers from Tyler Patterson.
Yeah, and part of that 5 of 5 is assists. Cats sharing the ball really well. Lecolot with an assist, Ford with an assist. When you're moving the ball well, you've got an opportunity to get easier shots. Easier shots means higher percentage makes.
Yeah, and for Tyler Patterson, the month of January has been a tough one as Brian Garacki commits a foul, try to knock the ball away. That'll be his third. But in 5 January games, Patterson came in just 3 of 16 from the three-point line. Now he has 2 on 4 attempts today. We've got another timeout. 15:33 to go in the game. Montana State leading Idaho State 48-31. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
I love waiting in line at McDonald's, said no one, ever. With the McDonald's app, you don't have to. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time.
At participating McDonald's.
When the weather app says rain, the McDonald's app says McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery and other fees may apply.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with the patient experience, second to none, experienced doctors, and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. 15:33 to go in the game. Montana State up 48-31 over Idaho State. And nice to see Tyler Patterson getting a couple of threes to fall through the hoop. It has been a long grind. It's really been about 9 games since he's really had the touch.
Yeah, it always is good. It's good to see a lot of guys have kind of contributed tonight. Sam Lecolot, Chicken Duduka's got some things going offensively, plus then your regulars. So
right.
Good start, good effort.
Jade Garone, a couple of assists and buckets. And Eddie Turner appears to be out with an injury here in the second half as Braden Parker reins in a 3 from the left wing. Second 3 for Braden Parker. He's a big man, but he can shoot it from there. He's 36% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how efficient he is, and he's also the second leading three-point shooter on the squad in terms of number of makes.
Ford bounces it to Lekalot, into Naduka, in deep, up with the right hand, and lays it in through contact. 10 points for Chika Naduka, first double-digit scoring game for Naduka since December 22nd. Bobcats up by 16. Idaho State with the ball. Bergen, pump fake, lost it. Lekalot tipped it, but Bergen able to recover. Takes it out to the left wing, 10 to shoot. To Griffin. Posts up for a 17-foot jumper. That's no good. And Ford wins the rebound from Lekalot. Throws ahead to Garacki. Handoff for Ford. Ford moving left, draws a double, bounce pass stolen. Arrington was there, and then Ford commits the foul with frustration, his first. That's Rob Ford and Malik Arrington, second foul for Ford. Those two guys are 1 and 2 in the league in steals.
Yeah, you can't forget that first foul, right?
Right, yes, that was the flagrant. That was the one that hit the no-fly zone.
No-fly zone.
14-10 to go in the game. Montana State up 50-34. Parker again. No, misses the right wing three. Garacki tips the rebound to Ford. Rob Ford into the front court. Out to the right wing. Working on Arrington. Backs it out. Over the left wing. Now into the corner. Lekalot for three. In and out. Good look. Didn't fall. Bengals with a rebound. Griffin ahead to the left wing. Bounce into the left corner. We've got a foul away from the ball. And, Lekalot's going to get hit for this foul. That'll be his fourth. Tough break there for Lekalot. Jaden Garone will come in. Either way, nice night for Lekalot. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. That'll stuff the stat sheet.
Yeah, he's almost got a 555.
That's something to write home about. Bounce into Parker. Blocked. Swatted away by Garacki. Recovered, and Parker able to finish. Garacki had a pair of blocks on Saturday. Just got another one there. The Bobcats last in the league in blocks per game in conference play. Montana State up 14 with the ball. 13-20 to go in the game. Handoff for Patterson. Down to Naduka. Slipping to the right block. Turns. Righty hook. Missed it. He was too far away from the rim. And the Bengals grab the rebound. Griffin to Parker to Tomlin. And a foul. Garone didn't move his arm. Easy call. Jaden Garone picks up the foul. His first.
And the Cats have not done a good job of defending without fouling. That's a 6th team foul in the second half. And so Idaho State's going to have an opportunity, if they can continue to draw fouls, to just go to the charity stripe.
Lob into the backcourt. And now Arrington will set it up for the Bengals. Arrington, who's played every minute for 5 consecutive games, crosses over to the free throw line, kicks into the right corner, the open three, swirls off, no good. And Rob Ford has the rebound, his 9th. Already 13 points. Handoff for Garacki. Dribbles with the left hand to the elbow. Spins to the Big Sky logo. Getting banged around, and he hands it off for Walker, mid-post left side. Walker against Parker. Spins right shoulder. Blocked from behind. And a foul. Missed it. Just came up short. But Braden Parker now picks up his 4th. And Brandon Walker will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, and I think Braden Parker's real problem is just his lateral quickness isn't there. And so when he goes against a guy like Brandon Walker, who is pretty quick laterally, that just is a troubled situation for him. And Brandon gets him with another foul.
First free throw is good. Yeah, it was ball up top, but it was some body contact, and that's where the foul comes. And, for Brandon Walker, the second-year sophomore from Texas, 6'7", he's 250, but he tries to stay light on his feet. We talked about that with Walker on Cat Chat last week, where it was just, he talked about all the different drills that he does to try to stay light on his feet, those ladder drills, other drills underneath the rim. And when you can just stay light, that goes a long way in the post, and we've seen it, as the second free throw is no good.
Yeah, and he's undersized, so he's got to have something that gives him an advantage, and it's his ability, his shiftiness and quickness moving around the basket that does it.
Idaho State with the ball. They work offensively to our left. They trail 51-36 with 12.5 to play in the game. Griffin has it now on the right elbow. Picks up the dribble, gives to Huey at the free throw line. Working on Walker defensively, pivoting, hooking, and he got it to go from the middle of the lane. Tyree Huey, just his second field goal of the game. He's got 5 points tonight.
And Idaho State isn't going anywhere. They were down 17 a moment ago. got it down to 13. They're a grindy, gritty group, so the Bobcats have got to keep that foot on the gas.
Ford nearly has it stolen, and then a foul. Arrington caught him up top. His second foul. Ford holding the side of his head. And we'll take a break. 11:59 to go in the ball game. Montana State trying to grab control of 51-38 over Idaho State. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, we remind you that Bobcat Basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford at Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Montana State leading 51-38 over Idaho State, 11:59 to go in the ball game. Three different Bobcats in double figures. Ford has 13 points and 9 rebounds. Brendan Walker has 12 points and 7 rebounds. And Chinka Aduka has 10 points, his first double-digit scoring performance in 2024.
Yeah, bench has been good tonight, right? Sam and Chika particularly. Good to see that front line step up and provide something, especially with Eddie Turner not being available.
Yeah, we don't have word on what Turner is down with, but came out of the game early in that first half and has not returned. Tyler Patterson at the top, bounced the free throw line for Brandon Walker. Facing up, tries the jumper, got it. Brandon Walker showing some of those face-up moves a little bit lately. 14 points for Walker, also has a 3-point field goal tonight.
Cats have that opportunity to extend this thing, take it up to a high double digits type situation, push 20, kind of give yourself some breathing room against a team that's played 3 games in 5 days.
Huey out on the right side, outside of the lane. Jump pass out to Arrington. He's got an open 3, missed it left, rebound, won by Idaho State. Ranstrom back up and draws a foul, missed the shot, and this foul will be going on Rob Ford. Third foul on Rob. That should have been called on Garacki. The Bobcats catch a break because otherwise that'd be the 4th on Garacki. So Ford can take it.
Yeah, Ford can handle that with 3, but Garacki just had his hand in the cookie jar there. Pretty easy call. Shockingly, it goes to Little Rob.
First free throw is good for Ranstrom. Yeah, Ford looked like he wanted to complain it, and then one of the coaches said, "No, that's good, Rob, that's good." Second free throw is good. Ranstrom knocks it down. He's got 7 points. Pressure here from Idaho State, which Cats have struggled with, especially when Eddie Turner is out like he is now. Bobcats up by 13, but the Cats break the pressure with 11 minutes to go in the game. Garone to Ford. Up to Garone. Over to Patterson. Back to Garone, then to Ford. Right wing 3 is up. No. And the rebound grabbed by Kyrie Huey. Arrington gets picked up by Ford defensively in the backcourt. Arrington out to the right wing for Tomley, who has been quiet today. He's 0 of 7 from the field after scoring a season high last time out. Huey into the post, just back right into Walker, and has an easy lay-in. 7 points for Kyrie Huey. The 11-point lead for the Bobcats. This is a pivotal moment in this game at 10:30 to go in the ball game. Montana State had built out a 17-point lead, but it's been cut now to 11. Big possession here for the Bobcat offense. 10 seconds to shoot. Walker at the free throw line, down to the right block, leans in, right-handed layup is good. 16 points for Brandon Walker, who's been averaging 17 a game over the last 6.
Yeah, I like that play too. He saw the shot clock, got it, and didn't hesitate. Immediately attacked Huey and went hard at him.
Oh, and Huey and Walker just got tangled up playing a game of Twister on the right wing, and Brandon Walker's the one who's going to get called for the foul, his third.
Yeah, and that'll put Huey at the line. Not the foul. Brandon's got a foul at center court on a reach, and now he's got a foul at the three-point line on a post-up. Neither of those are the kind of fouls you're expecting from your starting center.
Now, they're saying he was holding Huey's leg.
And he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. The front end is no good on the 1-and-1. The Cats get the rebound. That's a big miss. This Idaho State team, which trails 55-42, 9:50 remaining in the game. Patterson has the dribble on the right wing. Fires into the right corner. Back to Patterson. Bounce to the mid-post right side. Naduka crossing over into the lane. Turns with the right hand. Missed the layup. Gilstrap had the defense. Rebound Bengals. Arrington into the post. Griffin run to the rack. Missed the layup, but he draws the foul. And that's Garacki, who has 4.
Boy, and the Cats are in a precarious spot here. I mean, they have a 13-point lead, but foul trouble on Ford. Foul trouble on Garacki. Eddie Turner not out here dressed. So your top 3 perimeter players are all kind of just hanging on there. Not a lot of depth and not a lot of margin for error as things move forward.
First free throw is good. And on top of that, 9 personal fouls by the Bobcats in this half. So Idaho State is shooting a lot of free throws down the stretch here. Next free throw is no good, and Rob Ford rips the rebound down. Neither team has been particularly good at the free throw line tonight. Cats 55% and the Bengals 62%. Rob Ford throws it to Tyler Patterson, back to Ford. From the right wing, he gives it to Garacki. Back to Ford. On the right wing, getting to the elbow, into Garacki, cut into the rack, and draws the foul. Goes right into Gavin Gilstrap, who picks up his first foul, and Brian Garacki will go to the line for 2.
It's a good cut by him. So you get, against a zone, the Cats have been a little stagnant around the perimeter. You get a little penetration by Rob Ford from the wing. Garacki makes a backdoor cut, and you create some offense. You just got to attack the zone in other ways than just quick passing around the perimeter.
First free throw is good for Brian Garacki. Only 3 points for Garacki today. He's had the foul trouble. He had the 29 points against Idaho State down in Pocatello. Next free throw is good. So he's got 4 points now. Garacki will take a seat. 4 fouls. Sam Lekalot, who also has 4, comes into the ballgame. 9:05 left. Montana State leading 57-43 against Idaho State, but this feels like one of the smallest 14-point leads you can have. Arrington on the right wing to the elbow. Backs it out forward with the defense to Tomley. Moves left around a screen. Gets to the left wing. Runs inside. Tries a runner. That's no good. Cats get the rebound on a bounce. They'll take the air out of the ball just a bit. No, now he pushes it up to Lekalot. And Montana State now slows it down. All right, to Ford on the left wing. Back to Lekalot, mid-post left side. Hands off underneath, and Naduka puts it in. A dozen for Chika Naduka, and how about that vision by Sam Lekalot, one of the underrated aspects of his game.
Yeah, that was a tremendous pass. Big Sam, I'm telling you, this is one of those games you hope he can just continue to replicate and grow into as a young player.
Arrington slices into the lane and lays it up with the right hand off the right block. Tough finish by Arrington, who's got 8. Montana State up 59-45 over Idaho State. 8 minutes to go in the game. Bobcats try to go to 3-1 on this 4-game homestand. Ford an open 3, count it. Rob Ford's got 16 as part of this double-double. Montana State up 62-45, 7:40 to go in the game. Arrington into the lane, whistle, block. Ooh, Ford tried to take the charge, and that's the 4th on Rob Ford with the blocking foul, and that takes us to a timeout from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:35 to go in the game. Montana State leading 62-45 against Idaho State. Try to put this thing away. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Guaranteed Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
I love waiting in line at McDonald's, said no one, ever. With the McDonald's app, you don't have to. Order ahead in the McDonald's app to save time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
When the weather app says rain, the McDonald's app says McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's, delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery and other fees may apply.
Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. Check on the out-of-town First Interstate Bank scoreboard. Montana trying to pull away at home against Weber State, up 56-45 at the 8-minute mark of the second half. Dylan Jones has 22 points on 8 of 17 shooting, but nobody else for Weber has more than, Alex Chu is 14. Other than that, nobody more than 4. Meanwhile, the women are down 10 at Idaho State, down in Pocatello with 6 minutes to go. Here, the Bobcats leading the Bengals 62-45, 7:35 to go in the game. Bobcats struggled with their depth in the game against Montana today. They're really having to rely upon it. You look at this lineup right now. Tyler Patterson's the only regular starter on the floor with all the foul trouble. Patterson, Garone, Miller, Naduka, and Lekalot as Arrington goes to the strike.
Yeah, this is one of those lineups that, again, I'm not sure we've seen this lineup all season.
First free throw is good. 3 different Bobcats have 4 fouls. Lekalot, Ford, Garacki, and Brandon Walker has 3. And Eddie Turner appears to be injured. Next free throw is good.
What's hard about it, too, is, your fouls, you don't have a ton of fouls in the game, but they're concentrated on 4 guys, and so those 4 guys are not on the court.
Bobcats try to break the full court press, and they do. A long overhand pass by Miller, got it through. But Jed Miller getting some of his first in the NAU game last Thursday. Bent over the bounce. Jed Miller running the offense with Ford taking a seat. Into the post, Naduka, pump fake. Missed the layup, got his own rebound. Put back, no. Rebound tipped out. Idaho State comes away the other way from right to left. A good pass, Naduka unable to finish. Arrington to the free throw line, backs it out. 7 minutes remaining. Montana State up 62-47. Tom Lee driving, doubled, has to throw it out. Arrington for 3. No. Rebound, Huey, foul, Lecolot, and Sam Lecolot is done. So Sam Lecolot has fouled out. First Bobcat to do so. Brian Garacki into the ball game. Lecolot finishes with 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. All assists sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. So with that, Huey is going to the line. Idaho State in the double bonus, so he gets 2 free throws and misses the first. 6th missed free throw for Idaho State. The Bobcats have 5 missed free throws. Next shot by Huey is short. He missed them both. Rebound tipped across the baseline. It's saved by Idaho State. That was A.J. Bergen jumping along the baseline, and he threw it off of Naduka. He hit him in the spot that's okay to hit him in, and Idaho State gets to retain the possession. And a whistle, and it's going the other way. The Bobcats are about to get it back. A foul now on Huey. His third.
Bit of a choppy little segment here. A lot of fouls. Not a lot of scoring happening. See if the Bobcats can change that this possession.
Inbounds pass got tipped. Jed Miller was still able to grab it, though. Miller, pressure deep, slings the left sideline. Patterson gets ahead, and Garone breaks the pressure with 2 seconds to spare. Garone being implored by the coaching staff to slow it down. 6:30 left in the ball game. Montana State up 62-47. Feels like this is just a house of cards. It could all come crumbling down at any moment. Garone to the mid-post, has to kick it back out. Garacki to the top, 4 to shoot. Garacki down to the right block, 2. Lays it off the window and in. He was kind of far out and just kind of rolled it off the glass.
Yeah, and right now I think for the Cats, the longer they can just kind of hold serve, they can just let the clock run out, but they're going to have to score. Idaho State still got their starters out there.
Huey gets underneath, lays it in easy. Yeah, he was going against Garacki, who has the 4 fouls, and so he went right after him wisely. 9 points for Huey. Timeout called by Idaho State. All timeouts sponsored by Prime Lending. In Montana, parenting is important to us. Figuring it out doesn't come easy. In the ParentingMontana.org podcast, we talk with experts about the challenges and the joys of being in a parenting role. ParentingMontana.org tools for your child's success. But, yeah, this just, it feels like a house of cards. This could all come crumbling down in a moment with the way the foul trouble has been displaced for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they just don't have a lot of options with Eddie Turner out. Lecolot now fouled out. Ford with 4. Garacki with 4. It's one of those things where you just got to kind of hold on and see how long you can keep this thing up above 10-12 range. Right now at 15. And as long as that's the case, you can kind of roll with any lineup you want. But this thing gets around 10, and all of a sudden you're going to have to put guys out there and put them at risk, and just never know what's going to happen from there.
This is part of the reason this is such a fascinating season. The Cats are 8-10, 3-2 in the Big Sky. We'll see how it all ends up, but this type of stretch, 6 minutes to go, up 64-49, trying to survive, and Garacki has to use a timeout. Another Prime Lending timeout. Prime Lending, home loans made simple, but you got a 15-point lead against a team that's typically under 500 in the Big Sky, but boy, it just, you're trying to hang on, like you said, and just try to get this thing going and survive today with a lot of lineups we haven't seen all year.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And yeah, it's just like you said, it's a house of cards. It's a weird finish to this game, and the Cats are going to have to figure out how to get it done. Jed Miller's going to have to play big minutes here, and he may not have to play 15 minutes, but he's got to play big minutes, not turn the ball over, get his team in offense, get things going, knock down an open shot, and help his team win this game.
Garacki having a clunky day with the foul trouble, can't go after it defensively the way he usually does. Only 6 points, but just hit a big bucket. Tyler Patterson has 6 points today, hit a pair of threes. And Walker and Ford tied for the game high of 16 points, while 4 players have exactly 10 points for Idaho State. Braden Parker is checked back in. Kyrie Huey getting bandaged up right now. But Parker's playing with the 4 fouls as well. It's been a well-officiated game. It's a veteran crew.
Yeah, you got 2 guys that have worked Final Fours Vern Davis, Eric Curry. I mean, you got good officials here, and they've called a good game.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird one with the way it's happened. Those are the guys who have committed the fouls today.
Yeah. Usually it just disperses pretty evenly, but not today. It's really concentrated on those 4 guys. And
Montana State facing full court pressure. They get it into Garone. He's in deep. Overhead pass tipped and stolen. Idaho State takes it away. Fires into the left corner. Tomley drives the left baseline. Kicks it out to the right wing. Here's a deep 3. That's short. Patterson has the rebound at the free throw line. This is an eerily similar spot, game and score and time that the Bobcats gave up that 15-point lead to Long Beach State. And Garone draws the 5th foul on Braden Parker as he drives in. And Braden Parker will have to come out of this game right after he checked in. Barely broke a sweat.
Yeah, and that's a smart play by Jaden. You know, you're driving to the rim. You've got a really good shot blocker coming after you. You go to his chest, and you force the contact with him. And even though he's straight up, because he slaps down at the end, he's going to get that foul every time. And, you know, it just turns out to be a really good play.
So Braden Parker on his way out. He's given so much to this program over the last 4 years. He's been through a lot of losses, plays hard. And at the end of his career, official just told Ryan Looney, you're begging about every call. Garone knocks down the free throw.
And
He's
again,
got 4.
as long as that clock's moving and you're holding serve, you feel good about where you get to. If you can get this thing down to the 3-minute mark or so, you don't have to quite worry about fouls the same way you are right now.
Garone knocks down both free throws. Nice to see consecutive free throws knocked down, but the Bobcats have struggled in that category tonight. 5 points for Jaden Garone. Griffin breaking it down against Garacki. Down to the left block, kicks it out. Huey at the free throw line, spots up for the jumper. No. Rebound. 1. No, and a foul. Garone coming over the top, and he whacked Arrington, and Garone has his 2nd foul. This is a chunky 60 seconds of gameplay. The 6-minute mark to the 5-minute mark, we're at 5:14 right now, has been it's been a rocky, unpaved road.
So we've got 14 more seconds of this.
Yes.
Okay, good. That'd be nice to move past.
14 game seconds.
Yeah, that could be a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Arrington is going to the line for a couple of free throws. But this is sometimes what you get against Idaho State. Free throw is good.
Yeah, it really is kind of an Idaho State kind of game here. Just real physical, reasonably low scoring. I think the Cats are doing the job offensively. They've just got to continue to take care of the ball down the stretch.
Both free throws good for Arrington. He's got 12. That leads his team. Full court press by Idaho State. Garacki looking to inbound, still looking with a running baseline. Finds Miller on the left sideline, and he races into the front court. Trap comes. He passes out of it. Patterson back to Miller. He's pressured, using the handles to get room. Jump pass to Garone to the right corner. Want him to slow it down. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Bobcats up 66-51 against the Bengals. Miller still with the dribble. 9 to shoot. Now they try to get into an offense here. Around to the left wing. Garacki tries a 3. That's short. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Idaho State ball. Duca saying, I didn't touch it. Yeah, his opinion doesn't count.
Yeah, I thought it was the right call. Looked like it went off Chica. He went after it, but Bobcats used 30 seconds there, which, even though they don't score, is somewhat of a victory.
Cats are shooting 61% in the second half, but they've taken 3 fewer shots with some turnovers. Bergen into the lane, drives, lays it up. No, they call a foul. Naduka and Garacki were there, and it is Naduka. So, yes, wipe the sweat off the brow. First foul on Naduka, because it would have been the 5th on Garacki. Yeah, some contact with the elbow against the arm. Brandon Walker getting ready to check back in. Walker has 3 fouls. And Bergen misses the free throw.
Bergen had a great first half. He really was a catalyst for Idaho State. Second half, he has been non-existent, has not scored yet in the second frame.
A.J. Bergen at the stripe, hit the early threes, and misses both free throws, and a foul on Idaho State as Tomley came over the back. Miguel Tomley's first free throw, first foul.
And this is a nice offensive possession for the Cats. Let Brian Garacki walk to the other end and shoot some free throws. He's the guy you want without question at the line.
93% from the stripe. The program record is held by Tyler Hall. He shot 90.7% from the free throw line. First is short on the 1-and-1. And that's the single season record that Tyler Hall has, but Garacki will have that percentage go down, missing the front end. Big miss. Cats up 66-51, 4:20 to go in the game. Arrington, left wing three, good. So Malik Arrington has 15 points. Pressure in the backcourt. Garone picks it up, gives it to Garacki in between two defenders. Pass ahead to Miller, over to Patterson, and he slows it down. 4 minutes remaining. Montana State up by 12. That clock can't tick fast enough. Game the Bobcats gotta have at home in the Big Sky. Out to the right wing for Patterson. Up to the top for Miller. 4 to shoot. Into the left corner. Garone driving to the rack. Slams it down with one hand. The right hand jam by Jaden Garone. And a timeout called by the Bobcats. Wow, what a dunk, what a drive. Just what the doctor ordered. We're taking a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State up 68-54 over Idaho State. 3:40 remaining in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
This game is brought to you in part by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how, workplace safety. You're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Montana State up 68-54 over Idaho State. 3:40 to go in the ball game. Looks like the women are going to fall today, down 9 in the final minute. Montana leading by 9 with about 4 to go over Weber State. They've actually pushed it out now. They're up 69-57 with 3:10 to go in that ball game. But if that game stays the same, Weber State falls to 3-4. They're behind NAU in the loss column, and they'd be tied with Sac State and Portland State in the loss column, while Montana, and if Montana State can win today, would stay in a tie for third place at 4-2. Northern Colorado 4-1. Eastern is 5-0.
Pretty crazy. Weber would technically lose the tiebreak to Sac and Portland State if the season ended today. That would drop them all the way to the play-in games in the Big Sky tournament.
That's 7-10 range.
Long way to go, but still.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see that. Griffin into the lane, lays it up with the right hand going around Garacki. He just has to open up like a door with those 4 fouls. Pressure again from Idaho State. Bobcats up 12. Ahead to Miller down the left sideline. Passes ahead to Tyler Patterson. Doubled. Throws to Miller at the half-court line. One-on-one, showing the handles against Bergen. Bounce till Brandon Walker just checked back in. He's out at the top, gets ahead of steam to the free throw line with a dribble, backs it out beyond the arc, 10 to shoot. Walker against Huey, into the lane, spinning right shoulder, back to his left, lays it up, good. No bucket, foul on the floor, going to the line for 2 free throws. Huey has 4 fouls now.
That's too bad for the Bobcats because those points would have really been helpful. Brandon Walker's been a little bit inconsistent at the charity stripe, so hopefully this is the time he makes a pair.
Yeah, 3 of 8 today at the stripe.
Does that qualify as a little inconsistent?
And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Another big miss. Cats have missed 2 front ends. Bobcats up 68-56, 2:44 to go in the ball game. Griffin into the post, turns, lefty lay, it is good. And they are just going right after Brian Garacki with those 4 fouls. And a timeout used by Garacki, couldn't get it in. And that's the Bobcats' final timeout with 2:30 remaining in the game. Montana State up 68-58 against Idaho State. At Montana's Rib and Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you tomorrow night at 6:30 for Cat Chat. Rob Ford just checked back in with the 4 personal fouls. Got to have him in his ball handling in now.
Yeah, without question. 2:30 to go. And Idaho State has whittled it down to 10, which is kind of where you felt like the longer you could hold it there, you could be successful. The Bobcats gave themselves 3.5 minutes with a very unconventional lineup, and now you got to have Rob Ford, Brian Garacki, those guys got to close this thing out, come down, take care of the ball, and make free throws.
Which has been an issue. Montana State 10 of 17 from the free throw line. They're 6 of 14 from downtown, 6 Wendy's three-pointers, and 58% from the field overall. Montana State came in 3rd in the Big Sky in conference play, shooting 51%. So the offense now has come along for Montana State. That's starting to turn into a strength, but that defense still is too inconsistent at the moment.
Yeah, and right here I think it's a matter of clock is your friend, so be patient offensively, but you have to score. This is not a game where, they're going to win it at 72 points. They're going to need to keep scoring. There's a lot of time left, and Idaho State's being aggressive as can be.
Full court press. Patterson looking to inbound. Running the baseline, finds Ford in the corner. Still deep, 2 defenders in front of him. Long jump pass into the backcourt, tipped out of bounds. Bobcat ball. Huey got a piece of it. So Montana State gets into the front court, but you don't want it that dramatic.
No, you don't want 40-foot cross-court passes to be thrown, honestly. And I think they got the call right, but that was a pretty high-risk pass for the Bobcats.
Into the backcourt for Ford, and he takes it across the timeline. 2:20 remaining. Bobcats clinging to this game by their fingernails, up by 10. Garone dribbles left on the left wing. Picks up the bounce, fires into the post. Walker makes a contested catch and slams it home with 2 hands.
That's how you make sure you don't have to shoot free throws. You just catch it and flush it and give your team a 12-point lead.
18 points for Brandon Walker. Final 2 minutes, Griffin into the paint. Bounces it out to the right wing. Bergen weaving. Oh, and he got it around Garone, and Garone commits the foul. Jaden Garone has his 3rd. And it was just quicker than Garone could move. And they got their knees tied up, and Bergen will go to the line.
And that's part of the problem Montana State has here is they're fouling and putting Idaho State on the line so much. And these are, stop clock points. Don't make them use any effort to score.
14 fouls by Montana State in the second half. First free throw is good by Bergen. His first point in the second half after he had 10 points in the first half. Bergen, the 3rd-year junior, all spent here at Idaho State. Knocks down the second free throw, and he's got 12 points. Montana State up by 10. They've led by as many as 17. They've led all night. 1:47 left in the game. Patterson to inbound, shuffling left on the baseline. Still looking, finds Garone. Bobcats don't have a timeout here. Garone is trapped in the corner and a jump ball, and it's going to Idaho State. And once again, Montana State struggling against full court pressure, especially with Eddie Turner apparently out tonight.
Yeah, and you just don't, as an offensive player, go to the deep corner against a press. It's a no man's dead zone right there, and that's where Jared catches the ball. Easy tie up and turnover.
Into Tomley, makes the catch. 17-foot jumper is good. And a timeout called by Idaho State. So Miguel Tomley, who had a season 22 against Eastern Washington, just hit his first field goal of the day, and it came on his 9th attempt. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal, supporting student athletes. Man, knock down, drag them out type of game. With the timeout called by Idaho State. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State Basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Golovely alongside Brian Preby. Will Gordon is back in the studios. 1:40 left in the ball game. Montana State up 70-62 against Idaho State. Bobcats trying to go to 4-2 in conference play and trying to stay tied for third place in the Big Sky with a trip out to Sac State on Thursday, Portland State on Saturday. Those are going to be some tough matchups this weekend. Sac State is a dominant team on the glass. They're +8 in the rebounding margin. And Portland State's already beaten Weber at home. And they had the miraculous non-conference schedule, but they've been a little banged up with KJ Allen hurt the last couple of games. Their best player at transfer.
Yeah, always going to be a tough road trip, though, anytime you head out to the West Coast. One of those that may not show on the record, but you got to find a way to get a couple dubs.
And Brandon Walker is fouled right after the inbounds pass by A.J. Burgeon. So Brandon Walker is going to the line to shoot some crucial free throws here. Cats are now in the double bonus. It's an 8-point lead. Walker today 3 of 9 from the free throw line. Got to have these.
Yeah, fortunately, he's in the double bonus, so he's going to get 2 instead of 1 and 1. Kind of surprised that the Cats didn't go with a really small lineup, put Jed Miller in for Brandon Walker, just from a free throw shooting standpoint, go offense, defense with those two guys.
All right, here we go. Short. So he misses the first. He's frustrated. Ford tried to pump it up. Racky tries to pump him up. Walker walks all the way back to the base of the Cat Head logo at midcourt. Ford tried to be that leader as he has been all year long. And now you got to lock back in. See if you can make the second. Got it. Huh. That is some mental toughness. 19 points for Brandon Walker. 9-point lead for the Bobcats.
Yeah, great composure by him there to get the second one to go through.
1:30 remaining in the game. Arrington draws a foul. The fans are livid on this one as Garone picks up his 4th. 2 free throws coming. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day promote overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you're staying strong and healthy on and off the field. First free throw is good. Yeah, he wasn't moving his feet quick enough. He had been close, but Arrington threw his head back, drew some body contact. Arrington hits both free throws. Jed Miller's going to come into the game. We've seen Garone pick up a couple of fouls where he hasn't been able to move quickly enough with his feet.
Yeah, so the Cats now go with a 5-guard lineup, which I like this. Better free throw shooters, better ball handlers. You know, you're trying to piecemeal this and try and run some clock.
7-point lead for the Bobcats, looking to inbound. Bounce pass into the backcourt. Patterson doubled, pivoting. No timeouts to use. He gets it off to Garone, throws ahead to Garacki. It's a little bit over his head, and he can't save it over the baseline. A turnover by Montana State. Only their 11th, but one of their most costly.
So you're at a 7-point game. You're still 3-possession game. You've got to have some composure here, handle a little pressure, use your dribble. Been real easy there for the Cats to just advance the ball off the bounce. Didn't have to throw ahead. No rush, no panic, but turnover nonetheless.
1:20 remaining in the game. Montana State up by 7. Idaho State with the ball to our left. They get into their offensive set. Bergen to Arrington on the right wing. Lob down to Huey on the right baseline. Huey backing in on Brandon Walker. Into the paint. Hops, turns, hooks. No, got a block from Walker. Loose ball picked up by Ford. He dribbles out of traffic and draws the hip check from Tomley. And Rob Ford will go to the line. Big defense inside by Brandon Walker. And Rob Ford with another rebound and heading to the stripe.
Yeah, and probably most importantly, Idaho State ran 30 seconds almost. 28 seconds off the clock on that possession. That worked out great for the Bobcats.
Northwest Crossing is springing to life with brand new homes, now selling by Williams Homes. Discover airy, comfortable floor plans with built-in value beginning in the 600,000s. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. First free throw is good. Rob Ford's been a beast at the stripe throughout the year. Came in at 80%.
We talked about during the Grizz broadcast just how this Bobcat team has faced a lot of close games on the season, and you're seeing a little bit of that now. Even though there's been a little bit of challenge just with the variety of lineups, you still see Rob Ford's composure as he gets that defensive rebound, makes sure to draw the foul, and knocks down free throws.
It's a both. He's got 18. Arrington into the lane, forces it up, no good. Tip back, no. Fight for the rebound. Huey's got it. Up, block, foul.
Boy, Tyler Patterson. Nope, they're going to give that one to Garone.
He's fouled out. And a good job by Ford to catch Patterson. Patterson get hit for the foul, but he got really frustrated there. We've seen him pick up a technical before this season.
Yeah, and it was a Garone. It was a good call.
Yeah. All right, that was the right call. And again, for Ford to go calm Patterson down in that moment, we're seeing that sixth-year leadership from Rob Ford in these moments as the Bobcats are in the midst of their 9th game being decided in the final minute, essentially.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They're fortunate to enter this last 6 minutes with a 17-point lead, and we're able to kind of hold it. Now can they just hold it a hair longer and get out of here?
Man, 17-point lead has just been slowly eroded like the Continental Divide. Huey's free throw is good. 73-65, Bobcats in front, 48 seconds left. Man, this one will age you. Next free throw from Huey. Left it well short. Rob Ford's got another rebound. 45 seconds left. Ford trying to dribble through the traffic, and he does with 3 seconds to spare. Out to Patterson to the right corner, and there's the foul, and Patterson is going to the line.
Good composure by Tyler right there. He's facing some pretty significant pressure, handles it well, and ultimately gets a call. The Cats are able to kill about 20 seconds.
73-65, Bobcats in front. Some rare free throws here for Patterson. He is 2 for 2 on the season, so this will be his third free throw right now. No. Montana State is 13 of 22 from the free throw line. 7 misses in the second half.
And 2 of those misses are 1-on-1, so effectively they're 13 of 24.
No, he missed them both. 73-65, Cats up by 8, 35 seconds left. Arrington up at the top of the key. Gives it to Griffin on the left wing. Guarded out high by Walker. Griffin into the lane, draws the foul. And Brandon Walker picking up his 4th. 2 more free throws coming. Over 50 free throws in this game, but it's not like it hasn't even been a tight whistle.
I'm really not sure why Brandon Walker is out there pressuring at that level. Like, he had 30 seconds left in the game. The only thing you don't want to do is foul, make him use clock. Just overly aggressive there.
Free throw is good from Griffin. Isaiah Griffin, 68% from the stripe on the year. It's his first. Second free throw of the game for Griffin is good. Randstrom checks in. Tomley takes a seat. 26 seconds left. Montana State up 73-67. Just got to get it across the timeline. Knock some free throws down. Easier said than done. Garacki running the baseline to his left. Stops, throws it back to Miller. He's working along the right sideline, throws ahead. Cats break the pressure. Patterson trapped. They haven't fouled yet. Gives it to Miller, and he draws the foul on Arrington. So Arrington picks up his third. Jed Miller going to the line with the Cats up 6. 20 seconds left.
Boy, and Jed Miller and Tyler Patterson are pretty close to the half-court line right there. Not leaving themselves much room of grace. Fortunately, they get the foul called, and Jed's got a chance to be the hero, ice the game.
Got it. First is good for Jed Miller. He's now 5 for 5 on the season from the free throw line. Playing in his 12th game. Boy, and you just think about the mental toughness it takes to step to a line in a moment like this. And it's good for a kid who's had limited playing time, certainly some frustration, I'm sure. It's 2 crucial free throws in the final minutes of this game, final seconds. Arrington drives, hands it off, pass got tipped, it's loose on the floor. Garacki's got it, throws it off to the other side, it's tipped out of bounds and across the baseline, staying with Idaho State. Garacki couldn't quite tie it up. Huey is banged up on the hardwood. He's being helped out now and helped up. Ford was there to help him up as well. So 10.5 seconds left. Idaho State will inbound, trailing 75-67. Quick sub here. Randstrom coming in. Griffin to the bench. Idaho State inbounding, 10 seconds left. One of the more dramatic 8-point finishes you'll see. I mean, most times you're saying this thing is tied up.
I mean, with 6 minutes to go, up 17, usually you're saying, what's the final score? Because this thing's over. But with the amount of foul troubles, some injuries, Bobcats did not feel secure, and we were correct. It was not super secure.
Tomley, a runner, missed it. Rebound. Tip Miller's got it, and he gets a late foul. That should just about take care of it. With 5 seconds left. Cats up 75-67 against Idaho State. They have not made it easy today, but, you know, you don't get style points. That is not a tiebreaker.
That is not a tiebreaker, is right.
So Montana State looking to finish this 4-game home standoff at 3-1, and that was the number we kind of put it at. First free throw is good from Jed Miller. Miller, one more. Exhales, delivers, and makes it. Jed Miller, 4 for 4 in the final 20 seconds from the free throw line. 10-point lead. Cats can breathe easy now. 3 seconds and then 2. Tomley from the left wing. That 3, it's good. It's academic, but it'll count. And the Bobcats win it. Oh, that was not easy, and everybody aged just another 10 years, but we'll trade that for a Big Sky win at home. The Bobcats are now 3-1 at the Brick in Big Sky play, and over the last 3 years, they are 20-3 against Big Sky competition in Bozeman. We'll take a break. Bobcats win it 77-70 over the Bengals. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drinker coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Bridger Brewing. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. And by Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Equal housing lender. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. This is Bobcat Postgame.
It wasn't easy, but it's a dub. Bobcats win 77-70 against Idaho State. Montana State improves to 9-10, 4-2 in the Big Sky. Idaho State falls to 7-13, 2-5 in Big Sky play. And with that, we open up our post-game show brought to you by the Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Brian, this one was not easy for the Bobcats, but they hang on and get the win. I don't know, is this one of those games that you kind of got to just say, hey, we got the win and flush it, or do you have to coach hard off this?
Well, I really think this was just a game you figure out how to win and then move on, especially the fact that you play Thursday, you play Saturday, so effectively you have 4 games in 8 days. You don't have a lot of time to sit around and think about it. I think winning, coming off Cat Grizz with the emotion and everything on Saturday night today, and doing it with a little bit shorthanded, a lot of foul trouble, I take it and run.
Yeah. All right, we'll take another break on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show, but plenty coming up. We'll talk with Coach Logie in just a bit. Montana State beats Idaho State 77-70, and for the Bobcats, it's their 11th straight win against Idaho State. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Howland believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Howland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that. But in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show, Montana State victorious. They win 77-70 against Idaho State. The Bobcats improved to 4-2 in Big Sky play, and certainly an important game in the complexion of the season for Montana State. They stay in a tie for third place in the Big Sky as Montana handles Weber State pretty comfortably at home today. And, Brian, as we kind of looked at expectations coming into this season, first things first, you got to play hard, and this team is definitely doing that. But, if you can get yourself to, 9 or 10 wins at the Big Sky, that's going to be a pretty impressive job by this coaching staff and this team to be able to go out and do something like that. So not going to be easy, but for Montana State, where they're at right now with the 4 wins in the Big Sky, that's a nice start for the Bobcats, and now they've got to go on the road. So they go 3-1 on this homestand for Montana State, which is an impressive showing in that regard with the talent they had coming through. And now they get to go on the road here against Sac State and Portland State for a 2-game road trip before they get back home in the month of February. So once again, Montana State winning it 77-70 against Idaho State today, and we are now joined by head coach Matt Logie. And boy, Coach, congrats on the win. That one was not easy today. What was the message to the team just surviving a game like that down the stretch?
Yeah, well, I thought, obviously, the different styles of play in both contests against Idaho State, it's been really important that we got off to good starts. We were able to build a lead, kind of create the tempo and the pressure level that we wanted, and then obviously that gives you a little buffer down the stretch to absorb, whatever craziness happens down the stretch. And, I thought our guys got better against press break as it went along, and obviously we got to figure out how not to foul. So the clock gets stopped, and as much as it did. But Idaho State's a very physical team. They draw a lot of fouls on a lot of people. But I thought we got great contributions off the bench tonight. Jaden Garon, 26 minutes. Sam Lekalot, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, banged a 3. And then Jed coming in with all the foul trouble and just taking good care of the basketball, making free throws. That's conference play. You got to stay ready. You never know when your name's going to get called.
Yeah, it was. Just curious, in practice you run every possible scenario, but you had some lineups out there tonight. Not sure we've seen this year, despite everything between fouls and some injuries and everything else.
Yeah, that's what that's what it required tonight, and I thought guys stepped up to the call and came in and gave us what we needed to get it done.
As you look ahead a little bit here, 4 games in 8 days, effectively going back to Saturday to Saturday. What's the preparation look like as you get ready to head down to Sacramento?
Yeah, obviously, we've got an opportunity to go on the road right now, and I look at that as a great opportunity because that's kind of what separates you in conference play. So we've got to get our legs underneath us, but we also have to get mentally prepared. So we'll be in the gym tomorrow, but we'll refuel the tanks and make sure they know Sac State's personnel and start going through the actions. And then Wednesday we'll go a little bit harder and start to ramp up. But these guys they're built for it, and that's the joy of conference play.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time. Sleep fast. We'll talk to you for Cat Chat tomorrow.
Thanks. Go Cats.
All right, that is head coach Matt Logie, victorious today. Cats win at 77-70 over Idaho State. Montana State improves to 9-10, 4-2 in Big Sky play. We'll take a break on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Are you craving more Bobcat basketball action? Join us every Tuesday